train is now arriving. Luxerion North Station.
Luxarian, a bustling metropolis, the divine city of light and the holy sea of salvation. It's the last bastion of peace and order in a dying world. Most of the people who live here worship the almighty Benevelza. The city is governed in his name by a powerful religious sect known as the Order of Salvation. God's followers believe in ultimate redemption, and their faith helps keep the fires of hope burning. But even in this pious city, a darkness lurks untouched by divine light. A heresy that rejects the teachings of Supreme Benevelza.
It's another girl.
How awful.
I bet it's the heretic's doing.
The divine city doesn't look so holy now.
This was no accident. The girl was left here intentionally. Light! Help her!
There's no need. Just a dummy. Hope, did you see who dropped it? They must still be close.
My sensors didn't pick up anything at all. I'm running a search of the city's video database, but I'm coming up blank so far.
Doesn't matter. I'll just find out myself. Luxarian. The divine city of light. Is that what they call it? Trouble is, the brightest lights cast the darkest shadows.
Looks like someone's targeting the Savior. Let's see if we can find out anything from the crime scene.
This broadcast is brought to you by the Public World Office of the Order
If you
of
see any
Salvation.
people who need help,
The time is now
lend them a
9.
hand. It could be an opportunity to save a soul.
Dispel the chaos.
We need to solve this case quickly. Luxarian is the city of divine light, yet it has seen the murder of 3 girls in 3 days. The people seem to be growing fearful. If you find out anything at all, I'd be anxious to hear it. There are similarities among the victims. They have all been young women, and all of them had rose-colored hair. Yes, just the same shade as yours. You may also become a target of the killers. I urge you to be careful.
The horror continues. Another victim has been discovered. I knew the latest victim. She was a leading member of the Order clergy. She'd been a rising star, destined to become the next High Priestess. But then she retired suddenly, for reasons of health, or so it was said. And then this.
The Order has locked the area down. Looks like you're stuck there until they've made progress in the investigation.
Now, if the gates are closed too, I should call him.
I repeat.
Our
For your
forensic
safety
experts have
and
examined the
Public
body.
Safety Office has sealed off all access to the North Station area.
The Inquisitor will definitely be very interested in this information. Why not talk to a few more people? They need to make progress with the investigation before they unlock certain areas. Gather information and report to the Inquisitor in charge.
Wait a minute. I don't know anything about the Shadow Hunter, I swear to God.
I didn't mention any Shadow Hunter, but thanks for the tip. Who is he?
Don't tell me you don't know about the Shadow Hunter. Lord of Luxarian's Shadow World, hero to the little folk, king of the Warren. Although it's not like I've actually met him myself. Yeah, sure, so I told everyone the Hunter and I are close, but come on, it was just talk. I never thought anything like this would happen. Damn it, I know I shouldn't have been bragging about how me and the Shadow Hunter were best pals. What if the Elders believed I'm in tight with a savior-murdering nutjob? I saw you coming and I got scared. I figured you were with them, you know, the Inquisitors.
That was a valuable witness statement. I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor can use the information.
It can't be. Damn it, it's not like him to be late. But what if... No, couldn't be that.
Something wrong? Not about those murders, is it?
God, no. Well, at least I hope not. You see, it's the end of my shift, and I'm waiting for my replacement, but he hasn't shown. He's been late before, but never as bad as this.
You're starting to worry, right?
He likes to make out he's a tough guy, but he isn't at all, frankly. His name's Holmes. If you run into him, do me a favor, will you? Tell him Thornton's worried and needs to go home.
All right. If I see anyone in uniform wandering around where they're not supposed to be, I'll talk to them.
God save me, I saw what they did. If they find out what I know, I'm done for, as sure as my name is Holmes.
You work at the station, don't you? Your fellow attendants worried about you.
Oh no, is it time for my shift already? I completely lost track of time. Look, can I trust you? I saw who did it. You know, the people who threw the dummy off the clock tower? I got scared, so I've been laying low. I can't go to the station. That's where they'll look for me.
You were there? What did you see exactly? You have to tell me.
I don't have to do anything. But if you can protect me from those people and get me to the station, I'll tell you all about it. Get me to the station, and then I'll talk.
The Order operates the regional transportation system. It's the city's lifeblood. The trains stopping at this station carry people and bring goods from Yusnan. It might be worth checking out this area. Do you see any suspicious employees or passengers?
Holmes, you're safe. I was so worried about you, I could barely concentrate on my duties.
Sorry, boss. I saw what happened over where they found the girl. I guess I just panicked. I don't know why I got so scared. I'm sorry I let you down. It won't happen again.
Never mind, I'm just glad to see you're safe. Guess I never told you. Well, years ago, one of my colleagues was killed by a monster. I was afraid the same thing had happened to you. I panicked and asked this lady for help.
I can't believe no one told me that when I took this job. But anyway, sorry for the trouble, boss. From now on, I swear to you, I'm never going to be late. I mean, what if your heart gave out or something with worry? Can't have that on my conscience.
A true friend that cares. Maybe that's enough to save a soul.
Well, a deal's a deal. You got me here safe and sound, and so I'm going to tell you exactly what I saw. It was the children of Etro. They tossed the dummy off the tower. I really wanted to tell the Inquisitors what I saw. Honestly, I did. But I was afraid those heretics might find out and make me their next victim.
The Inquisitor will definitely be very interested in this information. Why not talk to a few more people?
No one, absolutely no one doubts that the people behind the killings are those heretics. The Order is conducting its inquisitions based on that assumption. The Etro fanatics who worship the goddess of death are all over the place. Just look for the sinister groups huddled together, dressed head to toe in white. It may mean nothing, but some people have witnessed the Etro heretics using the public phone near the graveyard. Furtive conversations in the streets. Prowling the city at night. It makes you wonder what they're up to.
That was a valuable witness statement. I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor can use the information.
I always said those people would cause trouble. And I was right. Every night I can see them, those weirdos in their white cloaks sneaking around the streets. Whenever I see white, I think, ugh, heretic. If there's one thing I know, that wicked shadow hunter, he's the ringleader of the heretics. Those fanatics are growing bold. Nowadays, there's always a gang of them in the plaza in front of the station. It's as if they are meeting to go someplace else. Speaking of which, it's usually around this time they start to show up.
The Inquisitor will definitely be very interested in this information. Why not talk to a few more people?
Yes? What can I do for you this time? That is very interesting indeed. We've been piecing together all our evidence, and your information supports our theory. The only question is, how long I can maintain the blockade?
You should gather information and relay it to the Inquisitors. Once they have a good lead, they might be willing to lift the roadblocks.
I'm here. The evil savior will die at the hands of the Shadow Hunter. It's certainly an arresting statement. I'd heard of the Shadow Hunter once before, from a guest that was staying here at the hotel. The same guest told me he's the head of that band of fanatics. But I don't know who he really is, or was. At any rate, it's hardly surprising that people think those Etro fanatics are behind this recent string of murders. But is this man they call the Shadow Hunter the one pulling their strings?
That was a valuable witness statement. I'm pretty sure the Inquisitor can use the information.
The lives of those heretics would have been...
In recent days, the Etro fanatics, those unspeakable heretics who reject the Order, have been gathering brazenly on street corners. They're a sinister bunch, clad in stark white cloaks. I just overheard one of them say something very interesting. It went something like, if we kill the Savior, the prophecy will come true. Now, all the victims to date have been women. Could there be a connection? Are they trying to hunt the Savior? I wonder if I should tell the Inquisitor this information. It might be important.
So the culprits are the children of Etro? But what's their objective? What could they be after?
Let's find out. Once the gates are opened, I'll try tailing them. Discreetly. It'll be the easiest way to find their hideout. I'll talk to the Inquisitors. Hopefully get these gates open.
If you know anything about the case, I'd be glad to hear it.
The Goddess's disciples are beginning to gather. If you lift the blockades around this area, there's a good chance they'll start to move out.
You're suggesting I let them go? It's not a bad idea. Yes, I'll give the order and we'll see where the heretics lead us. We've managed to find some eyewitnesses, and we think we know who it was that strung the dummy from the tower.
Let me guess. The children of Etro, right?
Ah, you have your own sources, I see. In recent weeks, the heretics have become more visible on the streets of our holy city. The poor, benighted fools don't believe in God's salvation. Clearly, their despair has led them to carry out these wanton acts. If only they would open their eyes, embrace God, and they could bathe in the pure light of His almighty grace. Can't they see that their souls would be liberated in the new world? The irony of it all is that their fanatical rejection of the Savior has only made my own faith that much stronger. Although perhaps that is the work of the Savior herself.
If you think your faith will save you, then go ahead. Believe all you want.